Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. If this is your first time watching the channel, welcome. If you're a turn watcher, then you'll notice that my background has changed quite a bit. I had the single light behind me before. I put up some floating shelves and then added my gear up on there. Usually I'd have the A7 III up on there, but I'm using it for this shoot today. So I'm excited to get into this video. It's about something that I absolutely love. That's the Cybertruck. Now, the Cybertruck was supposed to come out this year, and for me it is a sore subject because we've been driving around a 2006 Saab. That Saab is in disarray, right? Every single light on it is on. It barely functions. It shifts hard between second and third gear, and I was hoping to like roll that up, trade it in for the Cybertruck, and have them go, well, you actually have to pay us to take that car. Needless to say, we're pretty disappointed. By the timeline that Elon Musk had set forth, it should have been coming out at the start of this year or the end of last year. And now it's all the way pushed back to 2023. And that's like start of production 2023, all the way to mass production at the end of 2023. So probably more like 2024. What are some things that held the Cybertruck from coming out when it was projected? Well, one, the factory wasn't complete by the time projected. The supply shortage that was caused by 2020 pandemic and going into 2021, and now we're in 2022, and in some places it's still affected. We have the ships in the harbor getting stuck, freight not making it on time. We had the silicon shortage, a lot of electrical parts not available for manufacturers to use. And those all played a factor in the timeline of the truck. Elon Musk is always optimistic, and I don't mind his optimism, especially when he's talking about full self-drive, just because of what revolutionary technology that is. The Cybertruck is literally gonna have all the bells and whistles. Elon Musk wants to put all the technology into it. It was the tech. He's worried about the price going up because of the tech that will be in it, which I'm pretty excited for, but I also don't want to pay too much for the truck. I like the low price point, and even though we got the tri-motor configuration, which is now a 4-motor configuration, if you've been keeping up on that, that was one of the major changes that they made. I think that he's going to throw as much stuff in it as he can. He said that he wanted to drive the plaid Cybertruck, which I don't know if that's going to be a different iteration later on down the road. And the quad motor one is going to be totally different. But he said hardware 4 would go into it, but they weren't even going to start producing hardware 4 until the end of this year. And so that's probably projected to be pushed out to 2023. And if not, the truck, I don't think, will be the first vehicle to utilize hardware 4. With that said, some of the changes that we're going to go through, because I do have a Cybertruck in here, right? I've got one up on the shelf. You can see it there. I'm going to use that to demonstrate the things that have changed. First things that you'll notice from the pictures that we've been getting posted by Joe Rogan, the flyover videos, things like that, are the wheels were normal. So they had wheels that didn't have this cap over it, and I think these were range caps, or they just wanted it to look cool. Now, biggest changes, let's go through those first. First change being no more door handles. If you've seen it, it's a flat piece of stainless steel, and that's going to be huge. It's going to be a walk up and then present, probably like the Model X. But I also noticed that it had a white strip here, and I'm wondering if you swipe down on that like the Roadster had at one point, and the door will open if you don't want it to open when you walk by. The other big change that they made, all having to do with the stainless steel, is they moved the charge port from there to right here on the side. So now it's found right there on the side of the wheel well, which I think is going to be a good change. I think that's going to be better overall. And then side mirrors. Now, I actually like the Cybertruck better with the side mirrors. I think it looked a lot better. I think that it's more aesthetically pleasing. They also rounded off the edges a little bit more than what this model even has. And I love that they still have this feature. You know, the ramp is one of the things I'm looking forward to, being able to load vehicles onto the back of it and load it up. And having that ramp is going to be huge, also with the fact that it can drop itself to level that. So this is a pretty good representation of the information that we did have on it. Now, these are more rounded on the back as well. The single light bar, I think, changed a little bit, but it was nice to see on one of the videos that the single light bar here will light up. The other thing I haven't noticed is if this top strip light will be on there or not. But we'll see, you know, as it gets closer and closer. This also has a representation of the frunk, which I'm hoping that this frunk is big enough to fit both mine and Laura's golf clubs, because we golf a lot. So we're really looking forward to the space that that might offer. And I don't know if you can see in there very well, but it does have the yoke steering wheel, which I think it's going to maintain, still have. And then it's also got the wide screen that it had. I think it's going to be the same interior as the Plaid Model S. If you've seen my video with the Plaid Model S, it has the dash display as well as the screen. And so I'm hoping that that's what comes into it. Now it does have the rolling tonneau cover, not on this model, but that's going to be huge. I'm looking forward to, I'm not a big camper and Laura's not a big camper, but I am looking forward to trying that out when we go out of town. And so those are some of the major changes that are coming to the Cybertruck. Now that's aesthetic. It's the 4 motors, making it so the wheels can turn independently is going to be massive, fitting into tight corners. I'm sure it'll be able to do the crab walk. Now the Hummer EV was the first one to announce that, but it seems like every single EV truck has adopted that same technology. And I think that's going to be great moving forward. It's going to help it a lot, as well as being able to plug in your Cyber Quad in the back. My thoughts on the Cybertruck is I still think it's going to be worth it. I'm personally going to still wait it out. I've got that reservation. It's not like you're losing anything by having it, but if you want more updated news that comes out about the Cybertruck or liked this video, please consider, you know, liking the video, commenting, subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.